Hello, how are you today? Great, I am live. Hold on just a minute. And let me go up here and actually turn the sound off from my speakers before we get going. Uh-oh. Okay. All right, I didn't announce that I was going to go live today, and it's really a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I thought it would be a good time to try. And I have the new Stampin' Cut machine, and I just want to talk to you about it for a little bit and tell you what I have found out about it. It's beautiful. I love the white color. It's just sleek and pretty. You notice it has the Stampin' Up logo on both sides. And then when I open it in a minute, we'll see that logo on the inside as well. It has feet on the bottom to keep it from sliding. And it, unlike the other one, it opens up for you to work it. And it actually hits the countertop when I open that up to work it. So let's back up just a little bit, and made notes, and I'm going to try to tell you what I can. It does have a book or pamphlet that comes with it that tells a little bit about that. It does come without the handle. You have to attach that yourself, but I was able to do it, and I'm a little bit challenged when it comes to stuff like that, and I did fine. It also comes with the basic plates that you're going to need. It has the base plate. They're beautiful and wide, and it does have the sandwiches right on here. You'll notice the plates are numbered. So the base plate is number 1, and this has what you would do with thin dies, your standard embossing folders, and then the 3D folders, the sandwich. That in just a minute. And then plate 2 is that thin adapter plate, and you'll use that when you're using just thin dies for cutting. And then it has, and actually I think some other things also, 2 of the clear plates that are labeled number 3. And then it has this 4th plate. Let's see what that is called. You use this plate when you're embossing with the 3D folders. Right this minute I can't. Oh, it's called a specialty plate. So those are what it comes with. So let's talk a little bit about it. As I showed you the color, I showed you the feet, the logo, and then on the inside it has the same logo that you can see on each side, which I think is pretty neat. That the innards of this machine are not unique to Stampin' Up, but while there are many cutting machines that have the sides that fold up and down, this one is a little bit unique to Stampin' Up. One of the things that I was concerned with was the width of the plate here, because it was often super tight in the other cutter with the embossing folders, and this one is still pretty tight. I measured it, and this one is about 1/4 of an inch wider than the Big Shot, so it's a little bit wider. It wouldn't be quite as dangerous to send a folder through sideways like this if you needed to, although they do say put it from the fold up this way. But you know how dangerous it was before in maybe cutting this fold and ruining your folder. So I think that might be just a little bit better. I have heard some people say they think it's lighter. I'm not so sure. I think it's lighter in weight, but I think because you can fold these up, it makes it easier to carry and take from one place to another. So I think that's good. It's less bulky than other machines. So let's talk a little bit about the cutting, the actual cutting of this. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and I'm going to bring in just a regular thin embossing folder. And for that, the sandwich you're going to need is your base plate. You're going to need the adapter. You're going to need your folder with the paper. And I'm going to use some retired paper today. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to need our base plate, or I'm sorry, a clear plate, then our folder, and then another clear plate. And that is exactly what we had with the Big Shot. So let me roll this through. Okay, that is not right. Okay, let me take off the adapter and see if that makes it better. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so to just emboss a plain folder, can you see the embossing? I can't tell. But anyway, to just do a plain folder, you need the base plate, a clear plate, your folder with the paper, and then another clear plate. And that's how we had it before. We did not have the adapter. And that works just great. I use the winter snow folder. So let's do a 3D folder. This is the Cobwebs, and it's one of the thicker 3D folders. For that, we're going to need the base plate, and then we're going to do our folder with the paper in it, and then we're going to do the specialty plate, and let's see if that works. Okay, that was right, and there's the embossing on that. Now I did find that if you have one of the old folders, this is one of the old folders when Stampin' Up! Was still working with. If you have Sizzix written there, then your plate, let me add some paper to this. You'll have the base plate, and then you'll have your folder with the paper, and then you'll have a clear plate, and that will take that through. So any folder that you have that's 3D that still has that Sizzix name will do the clear plate at the top, on top. So that is, I think, pretty much what we have for embossing. Hey Tina, I'm glad you're watching. And then I do like it, and I'm going to cut something intricate in just a minute. Let's go ahead and do the cutting. So you're going to have, for the cutting, your base plate. You're going to have the adapter. You'll have your clear plate. I hated to ruin that. Your clear plate. Not ruin it, but get it all marked up. And then you're going to have your paper and your die. I'm just going to use a snowflake here. We'll get a more intricate one in a few minutes. And then your clear plate. And we'll run that through. And there it is. Very quickly. All right, let's do it with a more intricate die. So I'm going to use the same plate. I'm going to use my paper here. I'm going to use this die from the Fabulous Florals. And that's about as intricate as they come. So I'm going to put that down. We'll put our top plate. And we'll run that through. Now, I used this die in class, and I went ahead and cut out for everybody because of this coronavirus thing and trying to keep their hands off of a lot of stuff. I went back and forth 3 times for 6 cuts, and maybe a little more for that. So I ran this through 1 time, and let's see, I'm going to pull in this brush. And brush that. And there it is. 1 run through. So super, super impressed with how it works with the intricate dies. I mean, really, can you believe that? 1 time, not even back and forth. So I was wondering, I haven't tried this one yet, but I was wondering how it would do on the glimmer paper. I don't have the Balmy Blue, but I thought, well, we will try it with this gold. I'm going to put it upside down on there, and we'll run this through and see how this is a more intricate snowflake than that other one. We'll see how it does with one trip through. It does go smoothly through there. I don't know that I could actually say it was easier or not. Oh, and this one doesn't cut the outside out, so I just have that inside part. So that's not so easy to see. Let me get some of that out. And I can see that it's cut, and let me put it on top of another piece of paper. So it did pretty well on the glimmer. You can see that if I poked that a little bit with the pokey tool, I could get all of that out easily. So I think one trip around, and that would have gotten all of that out. Okay, let me get that off of my plate. Making a mess here. And then one other thing that I had heard someone ask about were these old thick dies, and could you use them on that? So I tried that. Now it does say on the directions that if you use something that's not made for the machine, they may not hold up the warranty. It is warranted for 3 years. So I'm going to put down the plate, the clear plate. I'm going to put this old die down and a clear plate on top, which is how we used to run them through. I probably used to use the plate turn the other way. And I ran that through with just those clear plates. Oh, but it would have been nice if I'd put paper under it. So let's try that. Let's try that again. So I'll run it through. And my paper's not as large as my die, but we'll get the idea. Okay, so you can see it did cut those out, although my paper didn't. But that's pretty candy cane there. So yes, it does work on all of those. Okay. Tina, let me see what you're saying real quick. Okay, I answered your question about the intricate dies. It pretty much does. So let me look over my notes and see if I did everything that I meant to do. I think so. And then let me tell you that there are some additional plates that you can get. You can find stuff about this new machine in our catalog on page 170. There's the machine. And right now, demonstrators can order the big machine. Others will have to wait until September 1st. The mini machine is not ready, and we have not been told a date. Now, the other thing that of course you can order these plates, but the ones that I have been using come with the machine, although you know the cutting plates have to be replaced from time to time. They are going to have a magnetic plate. Up here it is. A magnetic plate that is a thin plate, and you know how on our machines it's really disc of magnets, and if you have a small little die that you're using, it may move and shift. In fact, I quit using the magnetic plate completely because of that, but it's my understanding that this magnetic plate is a whole sheet of magnet, and so that won't be a problem. So I'm excited. I don't know exactly when this will be available. I'm thinking it's September 1st when everybody can order the machine. And then there's also the impression mats, dies to emboss. So I think that gives you a little bit of an idea about what the new machine, and maybe whether or not you want to order it. It's not going to do anything that your Big Shot doesn't do. It just I think is sleeker. I think to me it's the intricate stuff that's going to save me so much time. Being able to do something like that once instead of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm certainly glad that I have it. Let me see if there's any questions. Hey, Sue. So anyway, I think that's all that I pretty much have to say. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll check on this. I am going to put this on YouTube. And if you need any purchase, anyone to help you with purchasing, it's lovetoCreate.typepad.com. Or just shoot me a message. I'll help you any way I can. Thank you. This is Joanne Hewins. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.